Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that fun stuff. This is a New Year's episode, I guess you could call it. It is the last one I'm going to put out for the year. Obviously, since, when you're seeing this, it's the New Year's Eve holiday here in America and all over the world. I wanted to just kind of go over some stuff that I got for Christmas this year, that the record collection got for Christmas this year. I guess technically it's mine, right? But first, beforehand, I wanted to thank all of you for watching. I really appreciate it. This is just me out here talking about my record collection, and some shows do great and some don't do as well. I am surprised nobody watched that Death episode, hardly at all, but yet the Fleetwood Mac episodes got, lots and lots of views. So I really appreciate it. And you out there, if your name is Francis, thank you. I think you were first. You were the first one to watch, first one to like, first one to subscribe. So Francis, I really appreciate all of everything you do for the show by commenting and keeping me from being like, what am I doing wasting my time? Not that I'm ever going to stop doing this. I don't care who watches and who doesn't, because that's not what I do this for. I'm doing this for me and for the record collection. This record collection, when I found a lot of that a couple years back, it's always been this thing since that point, like, tell people about it, tell people about it, tell people about it. And frankly, my friends and my wife were sick of hearing me talk about it. So I figured, why the hell not do a YouTube show? So what I talk about today is what we got for Christmas, right? Different things that I've picked up. Well, these were gifted to me or whatever. My mom sent me money, just sent me a $100 bill that said, hey, you love music, go buy yourself whatever you want. I'm not going to pick you music. And that's what a couple of these are. The first one I picked up with that money is this. Sammy Hagar's VOA. It's in decent shape. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. This is an original pressing from 1984. I'm not going to go over all these real in depth because we'll do episodes on each one of them later. Another original OG copy I found. This one I found, Black Sabbath Live Evil. This is at a place. We have a place in town that's kind of like a thrift store where people have different booths. I found this there. I found that VOA at my local record store. So I found this there at that local spot. This is an original press from whatever year it was when it came out. But yeah, this is not a re-release. This is not one of the new releases. I have not had a chance to listen to this one yet either. I've only had it for a couple of days. Another one, this is one I picked up yesterday with my mom's money. The gift from my mom, Overkill, Under the Influence. This album's killer. It's the one with Hello from the Gutter on it. This is a repress from 2021, I think. Sounds pretty good. I listened to it last night. It sounded freaking great. This one right here, Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon. I also got this at my local record store from my mom, essentially. This is from her presents. This is a 2023 release. They just re-released this. Record Store Day Essentials, RSD Essentials is what they're calling it. This is not one of those. I don't know what the difference is besides this one was like $23 and the one with the RS Day exclusive sticker on it was like $30. So, I needed this album to help kind of fill in the rest of my Ozzy collection. I like this album, but not enough to spend an extra $10 on it, right? Just because it has a sticker that says RS Day Essential on it. I got the one without the sticker. It's also from 2023. Played it last night. Sounds amazing. Well worth the money. And that way I didn't have to spend that extra cash. Here's another one that I bought with that money yesterday that is way out of left field. Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. I bought it because, like I said, I had the money that my mom gave me as a gift. So I bought this one. This is from 19. It's a 2019 re-release. I played it last night. Never having heard an Alanis Morissette album in my life. Of course, there's 4 songs on here we all know. They're on the radio all the time. You Ought to Know and Hand in Pocket and etc. I played this last night. This album is fucking great. I was blown away. I got done. I went up and told my wife, I'm like, this Alanis Morissette album is fucking killer all the way through and through. She's like, yeah, I know that. I'm a girl from the 90s. Of course she knows that. She's like, that was in my CD player for years and years and years, man. We listened to it all the time. Well, I had never heard the whole thing ever until last night, and this album's great. The funny thing about this album and some of the ones I've shown you before, I belong to this Facebook group called Metal on Vinyl. So I took a picture of the stuff I picked up, I picked up Bark at the Moon and Overkill and, this Alanis album and the Ozzy, and different things. I posted a picture, hey, hauls for today. And one guy, fucking Alanis Morissette's not metal. What's that doing on this page? And I'm just ignored him. And then people were like, yeah, Alanis isn't metal, but the picture, how much metal do you want in one picture? There's 4 metal albums and 1 Alanis album. It's Christmas time. We're kind of letting the thing slide a little bit. The rules for that Facebook page is it's pictures of metal on vinyl, and don't post shit that's not metal. Well, I had Bark at the Moon and Overkill and Black Sabbath and Sammy Hagar all on there. And yeah, and then the guy went on his own rant, put his own thing down there. I can't believe people are posting things that aren't metal. And I am 55 years old and I'm not going to fucking argue with people on the internet. So that guy was a fucking tool. That's okay. He's allowed to bitch if he wants. All the admins said everything was fine. So fuck you, right? So that's what happened with Alanis Morissette. I listened to it. It's great. I love it. This one was an actual gift my wife's aunt bought me. This is the re-release, the 2023 release of Godsmack's self-titled debut. She got this for me. Buying records for a guy who's a record collector is a sketchy thing to do because you don't know what they have. So she went to the local record store in town, and of course they know who I am. I'm there a couple times a month at least. And she's like, oh, do you have anything? Do you know that what he wants or whatever? And I had ordered this record from him because he did not get it in. I went in the day it's supposed to come out. I says, did you get the new Godsmack? He told me no. And I ordered it in. And then when I was in there the Friday before Christmas, he's like, still hasn't come in yet. Well, my wife's aunt went down there and he was like, oh, he just ordered something. When it comes in, I'll call you. So he was in on the gift too, which is kind of cool when you have that type of thing with your record store. I know the owner, he's there all the time. It's a small independently ran record store. And, since I ordered that and she comes in, puts my name out there and he's like, yeah, he just ordered a record. So when it came in, she picked it up and gave it to me for Christmas, which is pretty cool for a woman in her 70s to buy me this Godsmack record. And it saved me the $40 so I don't have to buy it. This gift was from my son, No Doubt Tragic Kingdom. This is a great album too, by the way. We were in the record store a few weeks before Christmas and I saw it and I says, hey, this is one you could get me. And I also pointed out like 5 other ones in the used section or whatever. And so he picked this up knowing I didn't have it. Of course, he's here. He knows what I have and what I don't have. We have his collection mixed in with my Discogs collection. So he has access through the Discogs app. He can look and it's got his own folder with his name with what his records are. And he can look at what mine are and he can see whether I have something or not. But he knew I didn't have that. So he wanted that. And then the cousins bought me this. This is a double LP. And this is the one towards the end of his life. This is the one that has Hurt, the Nine Inch Nails cover on it. Not a country music fan myself at all, but Johnny Cash is different, I think. He transcends what country music is or what that is. I have not played this record yet. I will probably listen to it later today. Like I said, country music isn't really my thing, but I will play it because it was a gift and it does have that version of Hurt on there, which is tremendously good, and like I said, not liking country music is one thing, but not giving it a chance just because of whatever is something totally different. I'm not an elitist. I'm not a total dick. Yeah, I don't care for country music, but Johnny Cash isn't your typical country music. So I'm going to give that a listen to later today probably, and I'll let you guys know what I think. All these records sooner or later will be in the regular episodes that we do, or I talk about certain records or whatever, and one day I'll cover all of those records, maybe sooner rather than later. I have no idea. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you like what I'm doing, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I would appreciate the following. And if you have any ideas or if there's any records that you think I might have that you want me to do, or if you have any hints of something, like I said, I put out these records. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure which one to do. And I go to Discogs and hit random item and let that kick in. And then I'll play it. And some of them go over really well and some of them don't. And I notice a lot of you guys are really liking stuff like that Fleetwood Mac Rumors record, of course, is an iconic record. And it had lots and lots of views in the first week. And, the Death Leprosy has gotten like 30 views. And then I put something else out. And the first week it had 0. I don't know. That's whatever's most recent. I don't know if it's because it's Christmas time or YouTube algorithms or whatever. But this show's it's different. I think I'm different because I'm just talking about music. I'm not trying to be flashy. I'm not trying to be a YouTube sensation, But if you like what I do and you like collecting vinyl records and you want to hear about different presses and what they sound like or whatever and what I have, go ahead and, like I said, like and subscribe. Tell your friends about me or whatever, and get more people. And, but I'm going to keep doing it even if nobody watches it because, like I said, my wife is sick of hearing me talking about my record collection. My friends, I can only have so much. They're also not really into collecting vinyl records. And, we have different tastes in music or different things like that. I could talk to my son all day long about music. I've raised him. He's my mini me. So, I have that and I have you guys. So, but if there's anything you think that, you got some pointers on what you guys see when you're watching other videos out there, and if you think there's something that might help me out, go ahead and drop a line, put it in the comments. Really appreciate it. Like I said, if there's bands you want to hear from, you want me to talk about, if I have that band, put some comments or whatever and say, hey, I'd like to hear, some Y&T or whatever, and I'll pick out Y&T album. We'll talk about Y&T just as an example. I'm not saying you have to hear Y&T. All right. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate y'all. Have a happy new year, and we'll talk to you.